What's up Trophy Hunter, Black Friday sale in the PlayStation Store, and I thought it's time to make a video about a few recommendations. To be honest, the sale isn't the best, but it's perfect if you want some newer games a bit cheaper. There are also a lot of DLCs and add-ons, and unfortunately a lot of games you could already download it if you have PS Plus. However, I picked up 17 games which are definitely worth trying, so let's jump right into it and let's start with the cheap ones. The first game is Castle Crashers Remastered, and of course I will also show you the platinum difficulty and time for each game. This is a remastered version of the PS3 version. The difference is it looks a little bit better, and this time the game has a platinum because the PS3 version has no platinum. It's a super fun co-op game which can be played offline and online co-op. The only downside is the trophy list. There are 13 trophies and a few trophies are very annoying. Well, a lot of multiplayer trophies can be done local co-op, but one trophy requires to win 40 online arena matches. And the problem is the servers are not very populated. So only get the game if you're looking for a simple but fun co-op game. The next game on my list is Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo. This is basically a very good deal, just $3 instead of 20, and it's a very easy platinum. It's a story-focused adventure game similar to Life is Strange. After completing the game, there's also a chapter select, so nothing is really missable, and it's possible to unlock the platinum within 10 hours. The game is available on PS4 and on PS5, but unfortunately there is no cross-buy. Next game on my list is Vampire Survivors, $4, and the game is cross-buy. This game has more than 200 trophies, and with the PS4 version you have a total of 400 trophies to unlock. Well, there are a few DLCs, but you basically only need 2 DLCs to get 100%. You need Legacy of the Moonspell and Tides of the Foscari. Both are also on sale right now. There's also an in-game cheat menu which allows you to get the platinum a lot quicker than playing Legend. Next game on my list is Mass Effect the Legendary Edition. This one was also already available on PS Plus, but in case you missed it, you can get it now for just $6. The Legendary Edition includes Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, so plenty to do, and you can unlock a total of 3 platinums. They also changed the trophies a little bit because usually this was a PS3 release, and now it's a lot easier to get the platinum in each game. So if you haven't played any Mass Effect, now it's a good time. The next game is probably not for everyone, 13, but it's cheaper than ever. It's just $2 instead of 20. It's a first-person shooter game with cel shading graphics. On release the game was very buggy, but fortunately they patched a lot of stuff. Keep in mind the game is also available on PS4, and basically it's a relatively easy platinum which can be done within 10 hours. Next game on my list is Asteros Cross and only $12 instead of 35. To be honest, not really worth the full price, but for just $12, definitely worth a try. So far as I know, the game does not support cross-save or auto-pop, but most of the trophies can be done on story difficulty, and you need 2 playthroughs to get the platinum. Well, it looks like another Souls-like game, but it's a bit different because the combat is faster and more action-oriented, so definitely more hack and slay. If you like arcade racer, you should check out Horizon Chase 2, also cross-buy $12 instead of 25. The game does not support cross-save or auto-pop. Keep in mind, some people reported there are some bugged trophies, but they are not really unobtainable. I bought the game today, it's already in my backlog, so maybe I play it in 3 years. Next game on my list is Serious Sam 4, only $6 instead of 40. This one is a very weird but super fun first-person shooter game. This one is very easy compared to the other Serious Sam games. Nothing is really missable because there's chapter select. If you need some help on some trophies, I highly recommend check out the achievement guide on Steam. There are a lot of tricks and helpful tips which will save you a lot of time. Next, one of my favorite games, Monster Hunter Rise. This bundle also contains the add-on Sunbreak. Keep in mind, Rise is also available on PS Plus Extra. Well, unfortunately the add-on has no separate platinum but another 50 trophies, so you can unlock a total of 100 trophies. The game is also cross-buy, and it's possible to auto-pop all the trophies from PS4 to PS5. For just $20 you get a game where you can spend 500 to 1000 hours. The platinum will roughly take 250 to 300 hours, but if you want all trophies you can expect 500 to 600 hours. Perfect game to pass the time till Monster Hunter Outlanders. Next one is Fear the Spotlight. It seems Plumhouse is also making now horror games. It's a cross-buy title, but it does not support cross-save or autopop. It's an old-school horror survivor game. Well, there's one tricky trophy: you need to complete the entire game without healing. But there's an easy workaround. After each autosave you can quit back to the main menu and hit continue to start with full health again, which makes this trophy basically a walk in the park. Overall, it's a relatively easy and quick platinum. You should be able to get the platinum in this one within 5 hours. All the upcoming games are all bangers. The first one is RoboCop Rogue City. Very good deal, $20 instead of $60. I was very skeptical about this one, but I was surprised how good the game was. Well, do not expect any groundbreaking, but it's definitely a worth playing old school shooter game. And as bonus, the platinum is relatively easy to obtain. Next is Lords of the Fallen, the Deluxe Edition. $30 instead of $80, and yes, it's the biggest price drop yet. Well, I guess everyone already heard about the game. If not, welcome to Earth. However, the game is a Souls-like game and it had a bit of a rough release, but they patched a lot of things and now it's definitely a good time to play it. But do not expect an easy platinum, because like most of the Souls-like games, this is a tough one. And keep in mind, you need at least 3 playthroughs to get all the trophies. Next game on my list is Banisher's Ghosts of New Eden. Only $30 instead of $60. I think this is also the biggest price drop yet. Once I've seen the trailer for the first time, I wasn't expecting too much. But at the end, it was a lot better than I expected. Another good thing is it's basically a relatively easy platinum, which only takes a bit of time. You need at least 2 playthroughs, and keep in mind there are also a ton of collectibles and missables. So if you want to save yourself some time, a collectible guide will be very recommended. If you are unsure whether you should buy the game, keep in mind you can download a trial. Next one is a relatively new release, Funko Fusion. The gameplay is similar to the Lego games, so if you like the Lego gameplay but not really the setting, you should give this game a try. There are some really cool levels. For example, you can play a level from the movie The Thing. Not sure if you know this movie, but this is definitely an old-time classic and one of my favorite horror movies. Well, also keep in mind, do not buy the game if you hate collectibles, because this game has plenty of it. And there was a few people reported unobtainable platinum, but fortunately they fixed it with an update and now you can unlock the platinum without any issues. Another pleasant surprise was the game Pacific Drive. $16 instead of $30 if you're PS Plus member. Pacific Drive is a very unique game because it's basically a survival game with a car. So basically all you have to do is you have to upgrade your car, getting some resources, upgrading your car again, and so on. It sounds a little bit boring, but do not get fooled, it can be very addictive. So if you're looking for a unique game, Pacific Drive is probably a game for you. Unfortunately, the platinum is relatively easy. All the trophies can be unlocked in a single playthrough, but keep in mind there are 2 missable trophies, you should keep an eye on it. Next game is Space Marine 2, not the best deal, but oh man, this game is totally insane and fun. I'm a huge Gears of War fan and this game is very similar. If you're looking for a new third-person shooter game, you need to play Space Marine 2. Thousands of enemies, co-op, plenty of upgrades, fun, fun, fun. And of course at the end a platinum you can achieve. Like I said before, it's not the best deal, but even for the full price this is a worth playing game. And last but not least, my game of the year, Silent Hill 2. Like Space Marine 2, not the best deal, this is also the standard edition, but to be honest you don't really need the deluxe edition. Forget about the price, just buy the game because it's definitely one of the best atmosphere horror games on PlayStation. It's basically also an easy platinum because everything can be done on the easiest difficulty. Well, with some manual saves it is possible to get all the trophies in just 2 playthroughs. But this is very unlikely, so prepare for 3 to 4 playthroughs. But if you skip all the cutscenes, know all the puzzles, you can easily rush through the game within 3 hours. So guys, these are my 17 games which are definitely worth playing. I hope you enjoyed the list. Thanks for the attention. See you in my next one.